Welcome to Rooster Shop. Yeah, yeah. Now I'm locked in here. Damn it. Hello. So right now I am, let me see if I can get you propped up somewhere. Maybe. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, nope. There we go. So, those upper leaf spring mounts that I've been talking about, you can see I got them out. They are pretty, if I can get the light in there a little bit better. I mean, they are just wallered out, as some would say, and just pretty corroded inside there. So I cut, they were like little, like ginormous rivets, I guess. I don't really know. But like pins pushed through and then rounded off on the backside, I guess, or mushroomed out on the backside. So I cut off this front side. I'll show you guys here in a second. And this cross support that they're going on, let me just show you right now while I'm talking about it. So this one I got punched out. I cut them all off. This, was on here like this. Cut them all off. This is what I was cutting off. And then on the backside, this is one that I've got punched through. Which is this, but they are on the back side, this cross support, they're just kind of like, just from weather and years, just kind of welded to it with rust and everything. So it's wanting to push out the little flash, the little edges on this back side. Oh, right there, you can kind of see that one down there. It's wanting to just push out these flaps, and they're just not going. I'm using a little punch. I was beating on them with a big, not big, but a decent size sledge, and they're just not wanting to come. So I started drilling this one out. I'm gonna step it up a size and drill it out some more and see if that works. I'm gonna clean this little section up and start kind of putting that rust spray on it like I did there. And my plan today is get both of these off and then get basically from that cross support back painted like that, and then hopefully get at least one coat of the actual black like rust paint on it. That's just the primer right there, that maroon or whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna do a little time lapse for you guys of me drilling these out, and hopefully you enjoy it. Well, I got the new rear shackle brackets on with new hardware and everything. I put some anti-seize on those, and a guy online told me that I should put some anti-seize inside those when I put the shackles through there, which probably isn't a bad idea. They have grease zerks on them on the side, so once I get them in there I can grease them up. But at least this thread right here, because the last ones I basically had to melt to get out. Right now I'm currently working on obviously painting the frame back here. Once I finish up back here and get this suspension all together, I wasn't going to, maybe I'll get underneath and try stripping everything and see if I can just clean up the frame and paint it while the body's still on, because that's something I don't want to undergo. Maybe down the road, but not right now. But it's looking pretty good. I went with the cheek poker. I mean, this really's got a lot of pitting in it, but it's not anything like crazy structurally. I could replace it. There's one online I found, or just, make something, bend up some metal and just weld it on or whatever, make some tabs. I think it's just bolted on right now. So, I mean, really and then on the frame, really the only like rust, it's kind of right there. That's because the gas tank was bolted in right there and set on that lip, so there was dirt and stuff that just kind of sat right there. But the rest of it, I mean, is just solid. Like there's no pitting in the side rails or nothing like that. Pretty happy with it. It's turning out pretty good. So I'm gonna just prime that. I'm gonna let it dry a little longer with some rust primer, and then I'm gonna paint over that. And then I ordered some new pins for the leaf springs up there because the other ones are pretty, I got them over here somewhere. Superior. Right here, these pins that went through there, they were pretty worn down grooves and stuff in them. Let me go get a bolt that was like that, fine thread. Take that with me, see if I can get two that match that at Ace or something like that. But I got the pins coming. I ordered those 2 or 3 days ago. They should be coming in maybe this evening or tomorrow. And then my leaf springs over there, I'm gonna kind of just clean them up a little bit. And the end that goes to the back has threads down there that those shackles thread into. So I'm gonna kind of clean up in there and maybe kind of just clean these up a little bit, just any rust, knock off some dirt and stuff like that. But I don't think there'd be any point in painting them because just with the flexion and everything, I'm guessing it would all crack off anyways. So we're looking pretty good. Pretty happy with it so far. I'll give you guys a little clip when I finish painting it all back here. Well, here she is. Might be a few spots I'll go through and check and maybe do another coat, but it's looking pretty good. I wanted to kind of, since I'm not doing anything with the body, wanted to leave this. I'm gonna try to bend that back, heat it up, bend it back a little bit. But so I kind of left it, just stopped right there. The body should kind of come about right there and hide that. Looking pretty good though. Can't say I'm too mad about it, especially for me. Good enough for the guys we date. I mean, guys we hang out with. There we go. Whoa, Jesus. I tore my spine out. So we're making some good progress. I'm happy with it. Slow and steady, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a lot of tools. I think I'm taking a different route on the drivetrain. I called some guys and the machine work on the engine. Like, it's not like it just needs new gaskets and just throw it back together and everything and then it's good. It needs gone through. It's gonna need decked and all that stuff. So cleaned inside and out. It's gonna need washed. I don't know what all that entails honestly, but just rough estimate. You know, I was getting prices like $4,000 or $5,000. And that's not counting if there's any unforeseen things. So I don't know if I mentioned, I think I have, but I have a 350 small block that I pulled out of an old Caprice. Probably has like, it had been sitting for like 12, 15, probably 15 years. But it was a crate engine that was just slapped into it when the old engine went out. So it maybe has 10,000 miles on it. It turns over, super clean. It just has been sitting, but it's been in the car. The hood was on. There wasn't like tall grass all around it growing up or nothing like that. Like, it'd been kept. So I think it's gonna be a pretty decent engine. I pulled the drive shaft for it. I have the transmission for it. So I have the transmission, I have the 350, I have the drive shaft, so you know, the spline and stuff that I need, at least on the one end. Rear end, I don't know. I have a Nova rear end from my brother's dad that he said I could probably have, but I think I might want a little bit of a, I mean, I don't plan on pulling anything really with this, but as a truck, I'd still like to maybe have a little bit of a bigger rear end in it. Some people that I was talking to online were saying like a Ford 8.8 rear end. They have like a 3.75 gear ratio or something like that, which wouldn't be too bad. Has the limited slip or semi lockup, I don't know, something like that. It's where it's basically the posi track is what I understand. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm an idiot. I don't know. But just saying, need a drink. Not sponsored. So I don't know. Had another guy or a couple guys say a Jeep Cherokee, and I think they're like a Dana rear end, I believe is what it was called. I don't remember, there were some numbers after it. but a couple guys said that also. The Ford 8.8 seems like it's probably the more easier to find. I got a junkyard down the road you can go there, you go pull the part, and then, you know, pay for it. So it's quite a bit cheaper since you're pulling it and stuff like that. They're not getting it for you. Thinking about going down there this weekend and taking a look and seeing what they have. If we do go do that, I'll obviously take you guys with me and show you what's going on and what the struggle's gonna be, because it ain't gonna be easy, I'm sure. Then that'd be way easier than pulling this rear end apart, fixing the gear that's in it because it's got teeth missing, trying to get these hubs off and messing with these disc brakes. I have a feeling would be a month or more process for me, not knowing anything, not doing it before, struggling with the bolts. I don't know. And I just, with that, throwing that money at the end, I'm not gonna get rid of the engine by any means. I would like to put it in this truck eventually. That would be the goal. And maybe try to, if there's, you know, oversize it a little bit on the pistons, maybe if there's any cam options for it, any lifter options, like kind of build it a little bit, nothing crazy, but try to make it better than it was stock. That would be the goal. So I'm not gonna get rid of any of this drivetrain stuff right now, or really ever, I don't think. But I think that's the route I'm gonna take right now. It's been a couple days of thinking on it, researching some stuff. I know the engine mounts obviously are maybe I'll just cut some off of a car in the junkyard, the engine mounts for a 350, and try to figure something out with those so I at least have the mounts and kind of can see what I need. Probably gonna be what I can do. If you guys have better suggestions or have done this before, it'd be great. I'd appreciate any knowledge or help or anything like that. So that's it.